Morning, Santa Singh of the Patishahi Academy. Good morning, Santa. How are you?
How are you doing, sir? I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having us here today.
No, it's good. Now, I'm on a learning curve here. So tell me about Gurmat-led Academy and this kind of... It looks to me like what you're trying to do is a holistic learning system, isn't it, around spiritual and temporal?
Yes, so that's exactly what it is. P6 Academy, Patishahi Academy, shortened to P6 Academy.
Right.
We really strive for spiritual and temporal growth within every student, and we do that through a system that provides Sikh-led studies, which includes a vast array of different disciplines, like, for example, language and classical music. And by giving these lessons extracurricular to students, we really try and better their learning and better their skills and transferable skills in their lives.
So add value to their normal education. Well, I say normal. I don't know what normal is anymore. To their usual education, perhaps. It adds value in terms of broadening their horizon, but also that spiritual dimension is really important.
Definitely. So broadening their horizon, exactly. We are giving them extra value to their lives in the sense that they can take this into any transferable life skills, for example, in their jobs or in their day-to-day lives. They'll be attaining skills that will be really relevant for their day-to-day lives. And it's as well, a part of the academy is also to help push what you would say normal education, in the sense, the usual education, in the sense that we supply tuition as well, and also other empowerment webinars and seminars that will really help someone in the professional dynamic as well.
Indeed, and obviously it is built around values within the Sikh faith, and you talked about bridging gaps between the learner and the spiritual teacher. So is this specifically for those of Sikh faith, or could it be something that people perhaps of other faiths or no faith could still learn and gain from?
Most definitely. I know we've seen the COVID, the pandemic, but right now what we're seeing in the world is a really is a pandemic in itself, due to all the things that we're seeing in corpse of racism. And I think one real way to really better that universally is through education, and that's learning other people's cultures and other people's religions and other people's faiths, and understanding their ways of life, and not for any other malicious reason, but just for the pursuit of knowledge and love and understanding and inclusion and diversity. So it really is an opportunity for other people to learn, as well as our own community to learn. And what's really unique about it is that it does it in a systematic way, so it really enhances the progress that will be made in the learning.
Right, okay, and that's an important point you make there. We've talked about the diversity of the wonderful city of Wolverhampton before, and the journey really of the city over 30, 40, 50 years really to where it's got to now. That's not to say that there isn't outbreaks of racism and there isn't prejudice within the city, but actually it's gone on a long journey, and what you're saying is the values via the P6 Academy will help people and help the city on that journey going forward.
Most definitely. We have our first academy was opened in Wolverhampton, and it's one of the densest populations of the Sikh community outside of India, which is a big privilege for us to start our academy there. And There's been much history in British history in the last 50 years of what's happened and how much we've progressed in the Wolverhampton. So it's a proud moment for P6 Academy to come on the Wolverhampton radio and talk about this new exciting project that we are doing. And I would just like to add there as well, what we're doing here is also translating what we teach in regional academies into an online virtual system, which is what we are crowdfunding for as well, as a part of what we are crowdfunding for now. So it's also giving it the spice of really addressing the digital revolution, the information age that we are entering now together as the world progresses.
And that's making it more accessible to people. Obviously, I don't know, did you start your fundraising before COVID hit, or is it a reaction to COVID?
It was actually during COVID, so we had a problem in terms of reaching out to people because of all the lockdown. Yeah. So, but we made steady and good progress, and I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the P6 Academy to thank everyone that has contributed towards the crowdfunder that's going on. Right. The first time we were exposed on the radio, we had a £5,000 of the £30,000 target. Now we've got about £21,000, so literally on the last legs, final hurdle, and we just still encourage everyone to get involved in terms of finance as well, but also reach out to P6 Academy, as we have been reaching out to the public to say how they can get their skills involved in this revolutionary project.
Indeed, and I'm on your Space Hive page at the moment. You got 21,150 pledged out of your target thus far, and 72 there. That's achievement. So yeah, thank you to those who are contributing, and well done to yourselves for pushing that forward. And again, it's important, and again, perhaps just to emphasise that this is for all people. You know, this is not just for one part of the community, even though it's based in the Sikh faith. This is for all people. I think that really needs underlining, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think we do a good job in general day-to-day in learning, in terms of we interact with people and we learn about their faith, but taking that extra step of actually really in exploring what someone's belief, values, and how it can actually benefit them themselves in terms of skills and assets, it really is something that we should really be talking about and having that conversation so we can progress in a better tomorrow.
And you're obviously a person of faith yourself. You know, how important is your faith to you in your day-to-day life?
It's inseparable. People say, "What are you? What is your profession?" I first declare that I am a Sikh, and then an aspiring whatever I am, or So it's inseparable from my life, personally speaking, and a lot of people around me. So it's really important to understand someone of faith. It's important to understand their faith, because that's where their values derive from.
Indeed, and that's the same for people, obviously, of different faiths. It's in your DNA, is what you're saying, really, that you can't, from when you get up in the morning to when you go to sleep at night, is a part of your whole life. I think people of faith will understand. And
even people who don't have faith. At the end of the day, it's also a moral compass. It's what keeps us grounded. It's what keeps us motivated. So, in terms of this whole academy system, the word Sikh means. Sorry, I think I lost you there. The word Sikh means to educate, and that's a really important aspect of the Sikh faith. It actually means to learn and to be educated. So it really reflects on what we're doing here in terms of the academy, that we're trying to bring these Sikh values and express them into the society, because we feel that they will benefit society in a bigger aspect.
No, that's great, and you get that across really, really well. And I think it's, I'm encouraged, I think, in a city such as Wolverhampton, which has a whole range of faiths, and working with some of the folks from Interfaith Wolverhampton as well, that faith is actually seen as a dynamic in people's lives. It has an energy, in people's lives, when too often it's just sort of, a box you tick on the census form, and it's seen in terms of data rather than it's seen in terms of energy. And people of faith and no faith come together around common values at times, don't they, in order to enhance society, enhance our communities.
100%. That's brilliantly put. I mean, it's too often that we just say we use them as labels, and it's that whole labeling mentality that we've got that's really affecting us and really undermining the importance that these things have in people's lives. And this is why we see such detriment after situations occur. And if we do a precautionary measure, if we do preventative measures, then it's far better. And personally, I to this day, it's what's been taught in the faith, but even morally and universally, education is the key to moving forward and having that prevention method in place.
Indeed, indeed. Right, let's tell people where they go to. I'll put this link on our Facebook page as well, but it's www.spacehive.com/P6 Academy, all one word. And if people go there, then they can support you. And I imagine your message would be like anybody else, every pound counts. It all helps you get towards that target, doesn't it?
Yes, every pound literally counts. And, some people are finding it difficult during the COVID period, and we really are understanding of that. And we empathise for these situations, but as we're saying, every pound counts. And if it's a matter of just getting in touch with P6 Academy, because as we were speaking about, it's voluntary week, isn't it? So even if it's about reaching out to P6 Academy and how they can get involved with it, we really encourage that as well. That's and again, a thank you to all those that have been doing so during this fundraiser.
And thank you to you, Sansa, for coming on the show this morning, and thank you through you to all those working hard on that, and best wishes in your endeavours in getting everything online.